Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thank you. We are technically 5 miles east of Washington, D.C. That's where the home of the Washington Redskins resides, FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. A few minutes ago, it sounded like the 4th of July on the National Mall as the hometown Redskins were introduced to this sold-out crowd. They are set to go as their guys will match up with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis, happy to be with you. And, Charles, we've got two teams who know each other extremely well. These division games, they tend to be battles.
People scout like crazy in this league, but no one scouts more than within the division. Because if you win your division, you're automatically in the playoffs. That puts extra emphasis on these games, and they can't wait to get at each other.
Dustin Hopkins has it on the tee, and here we go from our nation's capital. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. It's the Mississippi State product at quarterback. Calling the shots will be Dak Prescott. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Stay with your man.
And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Elliott. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. That puts a good dent into their first down setback. It's a pickup of 16.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Looking to throw again on second down. Prescott, and he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. And he'll get it down here to the 43. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
A first down carry by Elliott. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing, Prescott. And an alley to run. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. And we look at this offense now, and Zach Martin will be important for this team today.
He's so good, Brandon, that you can play him at any position in the offensive line, and I think he's a Pro Bowl player at each spot.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Redskins on 3rd down, putting an extra man here in the secondary. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
After the made field goal, Marr back out there to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So out comes the Redskins offense now onto the field. They're led onto the field by their quarterback, the former Houston Cougar, Case Keenum.
Case Keenum won't overwhelm you with his athleticism, won't wow you with his arm, but somehow, when he's on the field and he's in charge, the ball gets moved by his offensive teammates.
Keenum and the Redskins now going to come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Let's go, deep tight.
A first carry now for Thompson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Keenum. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now a play fake, and it's Keenum. Complete. Richardson has it. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
Brandon, that was a nice route that time. Lined him up on the right and worked his way all the way across the formation. One of the toughest routes to cover because you keep waiting for the ball to be thrown and for him to break something off. He goes all the way across the field, right to left, for a big play.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A first carry now for Adrian Peterson. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
Like 20! 54! Mike, 54! Hey, they scared! They scared!
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Keenum. And this one complete to Reed. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. And a look at the defense for the Cowboys.
Sean Lee's one of my favorite players, and I don't mind saying it because I love his versatility. I can move him inside at the linebacker position. I can move him outside. I could rush him off the edge, rush him up the middle. He can drop into pass coverage. In fact, his versatility was on display even in his high school days, where he was a big-time high school basketball player that had a chance to play in college as well.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Keenum, and he finds the tight end, Reed. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So now on 4th down, the Redskins will hand things over to their kicker, Dustin Hopkins. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Hopkins' kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the 2nd drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Going a little tennis on me,
I know you. You like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back at him. They get a backhand. What was the return on?
It was a backhand. And a really good backhand.
With some nice top spin on the whole thing. I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy 1st down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On second down now, it's Elliott, and he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
You got it. You got it.
3-3, a tight one after one on EA Sports. And the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on third.
Check right, check right.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Sliding out of the pocket. He can run for it, and he will. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that first down now. I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides, when that derriere dips, if you will, that play's over.
The derriere dips, I like that one.
Yeah, been working on it for a little bit.
Here we go. 54 miles. Check.
They'll run on first down. Elliott. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
The first down run for Elliott will net him about 5 yards. It's second down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5. On second down, it's Pollard. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. He may try and run for this. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. 5 yards that time, taking it himself, and he has enough for the first.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
Check, check. 154, 154. He don't know no better. 26.
Play clock hit 0. Don't know what went wrong there, Charles, but it's going to cost them 5 yards.
Has to be some organization from the sideline. Sometimes when you're trying to decide on what play to send in, the play caller has to move a little bit faster.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
On 2nd down, it's Elliott, and he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Prescott from the gun. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
Now, that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a 1st down, and inside the 5-yard line.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Prescott now. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass, and the Cowboys have taken the lead. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Brett Maher on for the extra point. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Maher to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. Keenum and the Redskins now going to come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. First play of the drive is a run with Thompson. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Look at this, a tight end carry. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go.
first down. Thompson. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Working from the gun, Keenum. Jordan Reed has it. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. First down now, but that clock rolling. On first down, Keenum. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. The sack by Robert Quinn.
There's a little bit of defense right there. Nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They just snuffed out every route that was going. Quarterback never got rid of the football.
Clock running as the Redskins try to hurry up. To try again after the sack. Keenum. That's going to be caught by Richardson. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Keenum. Caught on the right side, Reed. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Following the made field goal for 3, Hopkins now to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. We focus our attention on the Redskins defense now. And despite being down on the scoreboard, this unit, they've had some big-time hits.
Sort of like us at practice the other day. I saw you take a running start at that blocking sled. You took it down.
Bounced off like a rubber band.
No, not at all, but you're exactly right. They are doing their job, but they want to add takeaways to it. You need to have more of those to go along with the big hits we're seeing.
By the way, when I tried that and I bounced back, I noticed that you laughed with everyone else. You didn't try to get in my corner.
No. Someone had just told me a joke on the other side.
Right,
I missed that. Totally missed it.
A first down throw for Prescott. Caught by Cobb. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Prescott. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Now they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Oh, boy, partner, did that just happen? I've got my hand over my eyes right now because, like him, it's going to haunt my dreams, too. He was wide open. How did he overthrow him there?
Defensively, just very lucky. You know that they got away with one there. So the Cowboys will punt it on 4th down. As on is the veteran Chris Jones to kick it away. Greg Stroman back deep waiting for it. And that will go out of the back of the end zone. Way too much mustard. Not a good punt, and it will come out to the 20. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Now they're just going to run it here up the middle. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Keenum. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
I got you. I got you.
Keenum now to throw. Got a man out of the backfield. It's Chris Thompson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A Redskin 1st down. The pickup 15 yards. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This game's had a little bit of everything thus far, and certainly plenty to look forward to, as the teams are right back out there for the second half. So we'll get right back out there as well, as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10, kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
On the ground with a tight end. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be 3rd and 10. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
54 Mike. Heavy on the edges.
Throwing is Keenum on 3rd down. And Reed with it over the middle. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a 1st down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go quickly here out to Doxson. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Here goes the hot. Round 20. Watch 54. Watch 54. And let's get this.
From the 39, Keenum slings this deep from McLaurin. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Big yardage that time for the Redskins. 54 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Again, it's Keenum. And that is caught by the tight end Reed. Touchdown, Washington. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Redskins are going to retake the lead. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that gives him a 3-point lead. That time a 6-play drive, and it was polished off by a Redskin touchdown. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. To throw is Prescott. And this is caught by Witten, the tight end. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Watch the slit, watch the slit.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
They'll run with Elliott. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
It's been a long day for you.
And they just did not get the snap away in time. Following the delay, here's 2nd and 9.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Draw play, Elliott. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that, got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 45-yard line.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. But there's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Elliott. Tackle made there by Mason Foster.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Prescott off play action. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 27-yard line.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper, and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what he said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, They think that's a personal affront. If they feel like if they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
Here we go. 51. Here we go. Double time. We got 46.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Completes it to Jason Witten. And they'll get this down to the 10. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
I don't know whether I want to be a fly on the wall or not when they hear the explanation of how one of the bigger targets on the field, the tight end could be that wide open and uncovered downfield. Who blew that assignment?
Somebody did.
No doubt about it. There's no way you're not going to account for him.
Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Here we go.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Prescott. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Marr is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. So with less than a minute gone by here in this 4th quarter, the field goal there gets this thing back to even.
And it's setting up for a fantastic finish, isn't it, partner? It's been a well-played game, a hard-hitting game. The fans are into it. The announcers are into it. This is going to be a great 4th quarter.
All square now at 13 all as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And along with the rest of his offense, here comes Jordan Reed now. And this is how the game has trended for him numbers-wise. He's really picked it up. And I got to be honest, I don't know schematically. This is where I need you. What does the defense need to do to get back to that start that they had on him?
You've got to harass him early in his route. Right off the line of scrimmage, someone needs to be there. So it's not what we call a free release where he just gets into the route so easily. Because once he builds up momentum and speed, forget it, you're done. Knock him off of that, chip away at his timing, and then make sure you have a second person there in the vicinity as well. Too big and too strong usually for one person to handle.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Not your conventional play call, but that's okay. You probe the defense a little bit with some of everything in your playbook. That way they have to account for everything as the game moves on.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. A toss play. This is Peterson. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
The Redskins on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is third down and 12. Shotgun snap for Keenan. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Washington. Chris Thompson, 77 yards. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal. And I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Flush to his right. He'll try and run it. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Prescott. He'll run it. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 4 of 7. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's got some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 16 in the Dallas 1st down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Prescott from the gun. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the 1st down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
Prescott now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
One receiver to the left is Cooper. Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott, and he's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick.
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Punching it in from a yard away as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Marr now to add the extra point. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Keenum and the Redskins now going to come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. To Thompson on the draw. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Back to throw, Keenum, complete, Richardson has it. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Keenum now, just one misfire so far after that last completion, 15 of 16. It's first down. They toss it left side to Peterson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd and 11 now. Keenum. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target, and it'll bring up third down. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you described that, because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing Madden.
Absolutely. Oh, wow. I thought you were going on the field, but okay. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Here's Tressway now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And that had far too much air under it. It's out of the back of the end zone, and the football will come out to the 20-yard line. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Here's Prescott. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Ryan Kerrigan, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Prescott to throw. Hearns brings it in. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21.
Brandon, it's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Now Prescott. He may try and run for this. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Prescott. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Prescott now. And an alley to run. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Play action, it's Keenum. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say when you throw an interception like that in overtime? You don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2. Here comes the first throw in OT for Prescott. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. Tackled there by Monte Nicholson. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. From the 24, Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Take four.
Prescott from the gun on third. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
So a big one coming now for Brett Maher. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And he got it. The kick is good. In overtime, he's able to split the uprights. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Well, we thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goes from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him one last chance to put a foot to it.
So for our entire crew,